everybody. It's Friday! Yay! Is it time for the weekend? Everybody got big plans, got games to play, all the things. Um, yeah, I just got back from Maine on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. All the things. So last weekend I was in Maine. Many of you know that. And got to see the family and see how everybody's doing, but I didn't get many games played. I got a few games played, but yeah, I still had plenty to talk about in the blogs this week, so I still have a ton of games to share with you and a ton of games that came in that I can show off as well. But hopefully everybody's having fun playing games and all that jazz. Um, Michael has sync issues. Yeah, you should refresh. um, but I did put up a new weekly challenge, a versus challenge. So if you have channel points you want to spend, you could spend them on those challenges, or the monthly challenge is also up. Has not funded yet, but I have a feeling it's gonna fund really soon. It's better but not perfect. Call a plumber. Michael is a fresh. Oh my goodness. Hello, Scott. Hello, T-Mon. Hello, New York Raider fan. How's everybody doing? Um, he's come to fix the sink. Well, hopefully it's not too bad. I am using my old computer. My new computer is still not fully updated, and this was what I was using all day, so I didn't have time to switch it out and do everything else. But, so hopefully it will fix itself, Michael, for you. But, yeah. So make sure you check out the versus challenge. I have Chai versus Porto. Every bit helps. That's right. Porto and Chai are both card games. One Porto has like a little bit of an area control for buildings, so that's really interesting. And Chai has a set collection element to it with an interesting tile mechanic that goes on. I ignored the question. Was there a question? What was the question? I didn't ignore it, I just didn't see it. I don't see a question. I just said, oh, did I update? I thought you just said every bit helps. Yes, I did update it. I always update it before the stream, so it will include all of the subs and all of the bits from previous streams. I always do it. Reading is fundamental. Yeah. Every bit helps. Fundamental. That's right. So yeah, every bit does help. Defresh Michael. No. What? Nobody has channel points to spend on the weekly challenge? I put all this effort into making a weekly challenge. I'm like, what game should I put there? I'm like, I have no idea. If you have suggestions on a weekly challenge, please let me know, and I can throw that up there in a couple weeks. Just because I can. Michael has too many points, so he just because he can. Michael needs to put the links. What links? I haven't talked about any games yet. A frog in my throat. For the challenge, Porto and Chai. But the challenge is in your own awesome channel points. You just click the awesome channel points cup, and you can submit to which game you'd rather see played. Space themed games. There you go. T-Mon wants to see some space themed games. Yeah, I have a feeling that one is going to be funded soon. LOL frog. It's LOL frog. Lol. Oh. I'm breaking things. My throat is not used to talking so much, I guess. Y'all so awesome. Echo quit. Hello, how are you doing? I'm trying not to die. Michael can hear me dying upstairs. You need tea with honey. Scott was very generous because in today's blog I wrote about Splendor, and it's now available to play on Board Game Arena, so I've been playing that a little bit. I actually really like Splendor. I just wish it had the expansion. So Scott Pizzio was like, here, I have an extra Steam key. You can have this, and you can play with the expansions and everything. So I was like, oh, wow, that's really awesome. Because I guess there's a bunch of, like, Humble Bumble Dumble Bumble deals. And he got an extra Steam key for Splendor. So that's really cool. Is that Splenda with an Australian accent? I was able to teach Gingoblis in my first game night. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so excited that Gingoblis is available again, and just it was funny because I was watching the BGG stream last night, and they ended up talking about like reprints and other things, and Gingoblis came up saying, yeah, that's like Steph's favorite, but I don't know how well it's gonna do. They were like not really hating on Gingoblis, but they just didn't think it was a good idea for them to do a reprint. I'm like, I think it's great. Now everybody can stop asking me where to find Gingoblis. So it's directly beneficial for me. Because now everybody can play it. And maybe people will stop asking me to teach it, though I don't think that will ever happen. I think people will always ask me to teach them how to play Gingoblis. Just because I talk about it, and it's my favorite game, and everything. But, yeah, I'm glad you were able to teach at your first game night. Because that is kind of a difficult game to teach because people can't really wrap their mind around what's happening. I always have a really hard time teaching Gingoblis, so after all these years, you think I'd be like an expert at it, and I'm good at it, but I'm still just it's hard because normally I like to play like teach what I can, then play like half a game, and then explain the end conditions because people just can't grasp everything at once. And then we usually end up playing again because people are like, okay, I know what's going on now. Hey, Derek, nice to see you. No. I don't mind when people ask me. I'm just like, I can't teach everybody. I'm really not great at teaching Gingoblis because I'm not great at it. And I do teach a lot of the time. If people ask me, I try and teach them just because I want everybody to know and love and love Gingoblis as much as I do, so I end up teaching it a lot. But you're not the only one that asked me. Everybody's asked me to teach them, and literally everybody and their mom is like, hey, you like Gingoblis, want to teach it? I'm like, yeah. I do. No, yeah. Michael's like, that's why I teach the games. Exactly. Michael can teach it. I'll sit there and play. Somebody else can teach it. Oh my goodness. But no, I do genuinely like that people are interested in learning Gingoblis because it is the best, and I want everybody to love it as much as I do. So I'm really happy that you got to play it and that you got to teach everybody. So that makes me happy. It went over well. It was perfect for the group. Yay! It makes me so happy. I'm just so happy it's available and everybody's playing it, so it makes me happy. Oh, Derek got the parrot. He must have avoided the spider. Hey, Derek, what hype train did you join to get the parrot? That's what I want to know. You were like, I need the parrot, and then you randomly have the parrot right here. That's pretty good. Oh, hey, Steph, you have the wrong Galaxy Trucker listed in your hotness list. I gotta go fix it then. I'll fix it later. I didn't read it closely enough. That's true. I did not play the new Galaxy Trucker. Oh, hi, Weirdman. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. It's funny because I was looking at new Capamon little small friends, and I'm like, I kind of like the kitty that we have. Like, I don't think I need another one. He's kind of cute. We're kind of friends now, you know what I mean? Derek says, I race marbles on stream. Happened to be a hype train. Well, awesome. Very cool, very cool. Michael and I were like, okay, we've been using a lot of bits these days. Should we increase the amount of bits that we buy at one time because you get a better deal? So it's like, oh man, it goes from like $20 to like $65 to like $300. I'm like, there's like no like in betweens, but that's cool. I'm not really. I've purchased the $20 bit bundle a few times, and make sure if you buy bits that you buy them from the computer and not from your phone. But yeah. The tier gave me tears. Don't cry, Derek. Don't cry. Yeah. So I was in Maine last weekend, and I saw my grandparents. I still have four of them. They're all very, very old. They're all like 89, 90, 93, 94. I think they're all like fairly old. I think my mom's parents, the older ones, they were saying they're just coasting. They're kind of forgetting who's who and what they've talked about. My grandfather, he's he told me a story. He used to be a barber. He was a barber for 60 years. So I was like, so he told me all about that. My grandmother's like, have you met Derek? He's my cousin. So yes, I met Derek. So they're just getting old, but they're cute, and it was good to see them. Um, and then I went up to Maine to visit my dad's side of the family, and my uncle was in town from Florida, so it was good to see get everybody together. My brother and his wife, they're having twins in a month, so they're just craziness with all the stuff going on. I'm like, oh my gosh. You could just have those babies over there. That's great. um, I didn't try to knock any eyes out, but I did. I did bring it. I did bring up the mini golf memory with my grandfather, and he remembers it clear as day. I'm like, Brian, were you there? Brian wasn't there, but I'm like, I took the mini golf putter. I was really young. I swung it, gave my grandfather a black eye, and he remembered it. That was so funny. He's like, yeah, that golf course doesn't exist anymore. No, it hasn't. That mini golf course was run down, very small, but we used to go there because it was like a minute away from where they live in Maine. So, but yeah, that place hasn't been there for a while. But yeah, it was great just to bring that up because it came up when we were playing the mini golf designer. That story is it's something I'll never forget. Just because you never really are gonna swing a putter that high, right? But that was so funny. Um, yeah, I like mini golf designer. Now, see, what's funny about that game is that I put it down on the shelf, and I'm like, what game should I take out to put in its place? So I took out Era. You guys know the game Era? I'm like, okay, so I don't know if this is a game I need to keep. So that's on the like, maybe I should play it again to see if I need to keep it. Or maybe just sell it. I went through the shelves a little bit today. I'm like, Michael, I think I'm going to sell this and this and this. I took like 3 games down. That's what I said, Era. Medieval age. That's what I said, Michael. Don't give me a hard time. Oh, it was Scott. Don't give me a hard time. Usually Michael gives me a hard time about that. So, yeah. I don't know if that's one that we have to, if that's one that I'm going to end up keeping. Though I know that there are maybe expansions or standalone editions coming in the future, but I haven't really heard much about it since it came out. It wasn't me. But you said IR, all New Englandy. All New Englandy. Stream Raiders. Yeah. So that mini golf game took the place of Era for now, and I have to decide what I want to do with Era. I don't have any room on the play again shelf, so we'll see. There is one big box expansion and 3 to 4 mini expansions. Is the big box expansion already out? In which case, I don't really know if I need it, but I don't know. Not sure. Yes, it's already out. Okay, well, my hair is just like crazy wreck. Ugh. I don't know how Stream Raiders works. What is downtime? I don't know. I don't know. You guys are talking about Stream Raiders, but that's something else. I think that's from Michael's channel. Okay, so while I have everybody here, which is all 13 of you, I have a new weekly challenge, and you can contribute to the monthly challenge if that interests you. Just so you know, we have Porto and we have Chai. Alright, now that everybody knows that. Okay, thanks, Bryant. Already contributing to see Porto. That's awesome. I really like Porto. I really like Chai. We'll probably end up playing both of them at some point, but yeah. 25% complete. Maybe I should have made it more pricey than 15,000. Because people just throw 2,000 at it. I'm like, do. But you don't know if people are gonna vote one way or the other, and then it might take more than a few people. I contributed equally. Not that it helps. Would prefer Porto, but you just played T for 2. Hey, thanks for following, Tyvin. Thank you. Woo! Made it. Excellent. Scott, we did just play Chai T for 2, but this would be Chai, not the 2-player game. Chai, the original one. A dance. I can dance with the cat, too. Thanks for joining us, Tyvin. Yeah, I haven't even really talked about much yet. I talked about some games, and the community challenge is going on right now. True, but same universe. True, but very different games. True. Oh, the other day there was a notice from Chai, Michael, the Kickstarter that's going on now. And Michael knows what it is. Can you see if that update's been posted anywhere, Michael, so we can talk about it a little bit? Holding. What do you want me to hold on to? I like swinging. These. So, I was privileged with some information regarding the, not here. Oh. I was hoping it'd be there. I was privileged with some information regarding the Chai T for 2 Kickstarter that's going on right now, and I said, got her. Got her. You need to read, Steph. I need to read better. You ain't trapped under a stack of board games, are you? Ah, got her! These nuts. I understand. I just need to read better. No, there are games upstairs. Don't be worried. There are games upstairs, for sure. So it's fine. He's gonna be great. I was hopeful that Michael would find an update, but I guess it's not really happening. I didn't look beforehand, so I should have looked and see if there was an update for Chai Tea for 2. He told me to hold. The Kickstarter says 10 new tray patterns. I'm impatient. Stretch goal at 100,000. And I think they're going to do it. Because I think they're like, last I looked, they were at like 90 something. So, I think Michael will find a link. But it's been announced that there are 10 new tray patterns. And they are awesome. And it's such a good deal for these trays. So, yes, 10 new tray patterns is so good. I don't know if you can see them. Michael sent them to me. They're kind of out of focus. But you can go check out the Chai Tea for 2, and you can buy these trays. And they're so cool. And they're going to be like 2 for $20 or something. So, highly recommend. They are awesome patterns. They are great size. I really liked it. I really like these trays. I need to trade some games. Wait, where is this? This is the Chai Tea for 2 Kickstarter happening right now. You can buy dice trays, and they're really great. They are so great. Oh. Yeah, no, they're great. So yeah, it's hit 100,000 at this point, and you can go buy them. Trades. No, I was saying trays. It's 2 within reach. I could show you. They are within reach. I just have to get up. It's fine. I get them. They're just on the other side of the table. So, these are 2 of them. I highly recommend them. These are the blue and red ones. These have little teacups. These have little ships. And I saw some with hexes and trains. So, I really like these. So, if you need dice trays, or if you need a game for 2 players, and or just get both. Just get both. Okay, so you can get you get these amazing dice trays, 2 for $20. I love them. I did clean. I cleaned the whole kitchen yesterday. Last night at like midnight o'clock. I tore down like 30 something boxes. I cleaned the whole kitchen. I'm like, okay, if we're going to have any people over here in the coming weeks to play games, I got to start the process of cleaning the kitchen that we'd never use. It was basically my personal shipment office where I would ship games. So it's just a whole pile of boxes and tape and scissors and things like that. So that's been cleaned up a little bit. I hate throwing away boxes, but I'm not using them. I've had 3 auction sales And these are the ones that have remained over time. I kept a lot of the good size boxes, like the 12 by 12s, which fit like most of like the Dominion stuff. So I kept those, but yeah, I got rid of a lot of boxes. I have 3 huge black trash bags full of packing materials, just whether it be like bubble or peanuts or just paper or crinkling stuff. I mean, I got so much, so if only I had things to ship. Anybody want to buy any games? I'll ship you some games. I got boxes. Um, well, Michael, a lot of the time I just use the mailing boxes from USPS. Those are like generally the easiest thing, um, and that's been working really well. So, yeah, I'm not that worried. I kept a lot of the good boxes. Watch the video. Mistakes were made. Midnight o'clock. That's right. Um, so this chai tea game, good or what? Yeah, it's pretty good. If you like 2-player games, chai tea for 2, I think it works really well. It's a resource manipulation to try and like increase your tea to ship them out and fulfill contracts and stuff. It's fairly light. I think I prefer the first chai game, which is a set collection game, just a slightly more. But I thought this was perfectly great. It's a dice worker placement game, and obviously you get the dice trays. Timon says, sheesh, like my parents. Anytime we had our friends over, we had to clean the whole house, including my dad's filthy ashtray. Well, his filthy ashtray probably needed to be cleaned, so that's fine by me. Me and the wife have 2-player games, so yeah, that seems like a good fit. You should check out. Michael and I played it on this channel. I think they posted it to the Kickstarter, but I didn't actually check. I told him he could, but it's also on YouTube. Our video where we play through. We teach and play through the game, so you can check that out. And yeah, and see if it's for you. We like 2-player games. I play a lot of 2-player games, so. You guys like King Domino and Patchwork at the moment. That's great. Yeah. This is probably this is a little bit deeper than that, but it's not like terribly complicated or anything. So I think you guys would be happy playing Chai Tea for 2. Oh, you weren't crazy about Calico. I love Calico. That is a straight up abstract type of game though. So I can't compare Chai Tea for 2 and Calico, but I did love Calico. Oh yeah, King Domino Duel is awesome. It's very different than King Domino while feeling similar, but you're drafting dice instead. It's really, really cool. If you haven't checked out King Domino Duel, that is a great one. Yeah, we like complicated too. Excellent, excellent. Yay, abstracts. No, Michael doesn't like abstracts. So your feelings on Red Rising. Yes, that's actually on my list to talk about, so let's get into Red Rising. Red Rising is a game that I put in the blog on Wednesday, and I did a whole review and took tons of pretty pictures. But Michael and I also played it on Wednesday, just the other day as well. So you can check out the video for that. But we actually really like this game. There's nothing new or exciting about the game, but the way that the cards work, there's like a stack of cards, like huge, that all have different powers and ways that the cards score. So the game isn't like, it's very simple. You're gonna like try and get like 7 gems up to the 7th spot on the fleet track, or get 7 influence in the like influence area, institute I think it's called. And so you're trying to get these like these not majorities, but influences in these different faction areas. But at the same time, you're managing your hand. So the game will end once one player hits 2 of these areas, I guess. And so with the 7 gems, helium, or the 7 influence in the institute, or 7 position on the fleet track, So the game will end once one person gets those two things in a 2-player game, or in a multiplayer game. I think it plays up to 6 players. I think it plays up to 6 players. But once, like, all 3 of the regions have someone there, or in a 2-player game, it's just one person has 2 of the things. So, but at the end of the game, you're going to evaluate your hand and score all the cards left in your hand. So as you're playing the game, you're playing these cards down for their actions, taking up other cards. So you're trying to manipulate your hand to score a whole bunch of points. And so most cards can get around 20 to 40 points if you're doing it well. And so, yeah, 3 areas among others. So it's actually a fairly interesting card manipulation, card management game that we both really enjoyed. And it's actually pretty light. So it's not, you're not like, busting your brain over like, what's the best choice? You just kind of go with, okay, I need that red card over there, so I'm gonna play this blue card over here, get this power, and then I get that red card and do that. So you're seeing the options as they come up, but in a 2-player game, you're gonna go through the, like, maybe a third of the deck. So you're really not going to see a lot of cards. So you're trying to do the best you can with what's available. And there could be a little bit of push your luck, but yeah, I really liked it. I think it's pretty good. I don't know anything about the IP at all, so if you're interested in the, in the IP, if you're interested in Red Rising, you read the books and you like it, I have a feeling it's fairly thematic because the game itself feels pretty thematic, because there's different factions that have different, like, specialties. So I feel like it's pretty thematic, but I don't really know the theme very well from outside this game. Dice Tower thought it was a good game. Tom likes Fantasy Realms better. I also like Fantasy Realms. I need to play it again. It's been a very long time. I do have it here, but you need 3 players to play it. So I think right off the bat, because Red Rising plays 2 players, it automatically is like a step up from Fantasy Realms, just because Fantasy Realms needs 3 players. And I don't usually have 3 players, so it's gonna be at a game day where I play it. Now, there are some people that don't play 2-player games at all, so I can see why that, like, Fantasy Realms would be an automatic, game that's better for them. Derek says, I love Fantasy Realms. Yeah, I mean, I really like Fantasy Realms too, and that's why I have it. So, yeah, so Fantasy Realms is also much quicker. It's a much quicker card game where you will be scoring your hand of cards at the end of the game based on the connections you've made and, like, the, what they say and everything. So it gives you a similar feeling because there's all the different factions and then there's ways that they score and things like that. But what I like about Red Rising is that every card is totally unique. And I don't remember if Fantasy Realms was like that or not. But, yeah, it's an interesting game. So, yeah. The problem was they had too many colors. That's true. I needed blue. But you know what? There are cards that activate as other cards, including colors or specific named cards. And I didn't have to keep that one card that triggered off of blue if I didn't want to. There's other ways to go about it. Yeah, I needed blue, and I couldn't get blue, but I was taking the chances that I was gonna find blue, and maybe I should have just taken another card that was going to score me a guaranteed, 25, 30 points, versus waiting for a blue card because I needed the bonus of the orange card to be another card at the same time. So yeah, I missed out on 16 points because I didn't have a blue in my hand, but that's kind of the risk I was taking based on the cards that I was keeping in my hand. And, it's kind of a push your luck, will I get the card I need game, but that doesn't bother me at all. I like that, and it definitely doesn't outstay its welcome, so I would definitely check out Red Rising. I think it's really cool. Friedman wanted to play Fantasy Realms, and I don't really like the theme, but it's an interesting push your luck. After 2 plays, I was in. Okay. I mean, I've played it twice, but again, it's been, I don't know, a very long time. But I ended up picking it up after that game and just never playing it again because that's what happens sometimes. And you need 3 players for Fantasy Realms. So, yeah, it's definitely an added bonus to have Red Rising if you play 2-player games. Okay, well, that was Red Rising. It's great. We played it on Wednesday, so go check out that VOD, video on demand, or on YouTube. Okay. Michael says, Steph, Stonemeyer has your blog listed, but not the playthrough. I gave him links to both of them, so maybe he did watch it and didn't like what we had to say. I have no idea. We didn't really say anything bad about it or anything, so I am not sure. I'm not sure, but I can ask him, I guess. Now I need the expansion. Oh, for Fantasy Realms? Yeah, I have the expansion. I haven't played it because I need a 3rd player. Doubtful. We were very positive. Yeah, I don't know. We were, so. I don't know. Jamie Stegmeyer is pretty particular, so I don't really know. Maybe it wasn't good enough. Whatever. I think we're good enough. We're good enough. It already has a bunch of views just because it's a hot game at the moment, Red Rising. So, yeah, that's good. What else did we play? We played a game called Block Ness because you're blocking Nessie, and I'm really, really bad at this abstract game. It's really just a 10-minute abstract game where you're placing these little Nessie pieces to try and extend your body, and you don't want to get blocked out. If you get blocked out, you are eliminated. And Michael is very, very good at blocking my Nessie pieces. That's really rude, Michael. But yeah, everybody has different pieces and they're unique in the size and the length and everything. And I'm not sure it's totally balanced. It's probably not because one color has a very small starting body. The next player has a little bit longer and longer and longer. And so, like, if you're playing the long body, you're automatically at a huge disadvantage. But, what do I know? I'm not good at this game. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, Michael doesn't like abstracts. Okay, he didn't like it. I actually thought it was a pretty cute game, and I liked it, certainly. And it's definitely one for the family. It's fast, and I would be happy to play it again. But I'm not sure if it's a keeper in the long run. But yeah, it's cute. Then we played a game called Sweet Holic. This is a light set collection game to create your macaroons. Macaron? Macaroons? Macaron? I don't know. Macaroni? I don't know. Little cookies with the cream filling that people really like in Europe. The macaron. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know the correct way of saying anything, so just gotta go with it, I guess. Opposite. The long starting. The balance is down. Okay, gotcha, Michael. Whatever. You know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean. They're just different. Okay, so the Sweet Holic, you're collecting these, like, colors to play your cookies down, and it's very, very, very super light hand management / try to block your opponents by taking the colors that they need, sort of thing. I mean, it's fine. We had it on the couch to maybe play, but I'm just not excited about it, so I don't think we should play it. Even though it's like a very fast game, it's not very exciting, especially with 2 players. It's probably better with more players. Oh my god, Michael. You're ridiculous. Yay, like it's raw. Ridiculous. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Sweet Holic, I don't think we'll end up showing it on the stream just because it's just not very exciting. But see, every time I see that little emote, Derek, I think that the dog is like eating a cookie, but I know it's his tongue. It just looks like he's like eating a cookie from this light, from this, like this. But yeah, cool. Another game that we checked out was the Super Show, which is one word, even though the box kind of makes it look like it's two words and there's no the. So I don't know how it got entered into BGG to be the way it is, but it's called the Super Show if you're looking for it on BGG. And what's funny about this is I actually did the video for it at Origins several years ago. So if you look at the BGG video, you'll see me playing with these guys that are just like... And then I ended up winning, so I got the huge wrestling belt thing, and it was just pretty ridiculous. But this game is all luck. It's all luck. I mean, you are rolling the die to try and take control of, you want to get the lead, you want to follow, and you want to finish it off. So, like, those are the terms of wrestling, I guess. I don't really wrestle. I don't watch wrestling. I don't know much about it. But here we are, playing a wrestling game. There is a promo for Rainbow Girl. So I got to be Rainbow Girl when I played. That made it great. So I got to be Rainbow Girl, and I took Michael down. He was going down, Rainbow Bright Girl, taking down I forget who he was playing, but he was playing a real wrestler, like an actual person, I think. I'm not familiar with wrestling at all, really. But it was all luck of the die. I mean, I rolled well enough to get it. I wasn't sure I would be able to win because he kept getting everything and I kept drawing cards and he would just kill all my cards, but I managed to get a finishing card in play and I won, I think, the 2 out of 3 rounds, I think it was. Uberstar bought his pack. Okay, but Uberstar bought his pack for us to play, so you were Uberstar. You must play Real Fighter. Here, play Real Fighter. I mean, the game is fine. I definitely think the audience for this game are non-gamers because the rules are very light. It's like, it's not a game that will be attracting like strategy gamers at all. It was fine. It's a fine game. It works. It does what it wants to. I'm done with it. That's great. Okay. So that was good. I'm glad we played it, Michael. I showed it off in the blog. And let's see tons of people playing at the con. Yeah, I see that because it was what was the con called again? But the con was drawing in like just fanatics of all types of like cultural things, like wrestling, like warehouse, like stuff. It wasn't a gaming con. It was not a like, let's go play board games all weekend at this con. It was a like, go experience fans club con. And that Huntsville Comic and Pulp Culture Expo. Yes, like this. And so a game like Super Show will do really well at a con like this. And maybe, if we're lucky, a game like Super Show will bring other people into the gaming world. So yeah. That was the Super Show. Okay. And because whenever it was, 2 weeks ago, Michael and I had to play Super Motherload. For the deck building night. So I finally wrote about that in the blog. And I wrote about our games that we played. We played one before the stream, and then we played on the stream because that's what people wanted to see. So we played Super Motherload. Name dropper. That's right. Super Motherload, fantastic game. I wasn't sure Michael was gonna like it after the first play, but he ended up really much enjoying it. Not sure he liked it as a deck building game, but he likes it as an overall gaming experience where you're trying to dig down, collect gems to buy your cards. It's a really interesting way that, uses a deck building mechanic, that's for sure. Stupid name dropper. So yeah, Super Motherload is a fantastic game. If you haven't checked it out, it's from a while ago now, and Roxley, I don't think has forgotten about it, but they kind of have other games that they are focused on, like the Brass series and stuff like that. So, if you can, check out Super Motherload. It's everybody I play with has liked it, so I think it's an all around game that everybody can enjoy. So play it. All right, and then Wednesday's blog, I had a lot more bigger reviews like Red Rising, which we talked about, and Tiny Epic Pirates. Tiny Epic Pirates is the newest release from Gameling Games, and I like what they do with the Tiny Epic series. Okay, in general, there's a lot of variety in the types of games that are coming out. I'm not a huge fan of Scott Elms' designs in general. The pirate theme is always a theme that I really love. I want to play every pirate game there is just because I love it. I love the theme of pirates. Maybe the next Pathfinder game we can play as Skull and Shackles or something. I don't know. Except we played Tiny Epic Merchants. Yeah, so that's true. We did play Tiny Epic Merchants because we didn't really fight at all in our Pirates game. And the game is pretty much like Merchants and Marauders. Marauders. I don't know how to say it. You know that game with pirates and stuff. And so, yeah, there's no real, penalty if the Navy catches you. Oh, you take away your crew and stuff. But you can just put them back. You put them back if they're in repairs or whatever. Yeah, so there was a lot more penalty if you fail a combat. So there was no real penalty if you're just, collecting goods, selling goods. Now, to be fair, I really should have been going after trying to fight the merchants to level up my boat and try and get another way of victory, because Michael ended up winning. There's nothing I could do to stop him. I was just so far behind. I couldn't get the gold I needed. But the thing is, they cap you. This is the one thing I really did not appreciate was you are capped at 13 gold. If you were to say have 10 gold and collect 5, well, no, you just go up to 13. You don't get the other 2 gold. You just can't go past that point. And it's why? Why is it capped? I didn't quite understand. Chicken pirates, for shame. Hello, Razor. Why are we talking about Eddie McClintock? I like him in Warehouse 13, but he always strikes me as a bit of a budget David Boreanaz. I totally hear what you're saying, Razor. That's really funny. Oh my goodness. Fighting words. Not fighting words. It's funny. We were talking about a game convention in Huntsville that Michael went to, and yeah, he was hanging out with Eddie all week. I love David Boreanaz too. Mystery solved. But yeah, So Tiny Epic Pirates, I have a lot of comments about it. The game isn't really for me, and it's way too long for what it's doing, and I wanted to love it. I did. I really wanted to love it. So we're probably not going to be playing Tiny Epic Pirates on the stream just because I don't really have like a lot of great things to say about it. Though there were some really good things. I do like the rondelle mechanic. I always will like a rondelle mechanic. So that is something I really enjoyed. But for the most part, moving around, collecting goods, going over there to sell goods, then going over there to bury the loot. It was all very repetitive, like super repetitive, and I'm just like, that's the one reason why I don't like pick up and deliver games. Like it just feels the same. I feel like I'm doing nothing. It's just not fun. And maybe I should have been fighting during it because maybe I would have been enjoying myself a little bit more. So, if I play it again, which I would play it again, I will definitely be trying to fight and roll and hope for the best. When are they going to make an opposite to Tiny Epic Pirates? Large Mediocre Pirates. I feel like that's already called Merchants and Marauders. You know what I mean. That'd be me if we started pirating computer games. So definitely happy to have tried it. Yeah. Steph making hot takes. Well, it's my feelings on the subject. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I want pirate games to be amazing, and they just aren't. And it makes me sad. Michael says, yeah, it didn't see much benefit to piracy in TEP, Tiny Epic Pirates. They're Tiny Epic money makers. That's what we were. Skull King is great. Now, that's not exactly the best pirate-themed game. Like, I don't really get a sense of, oh, I'm a pirate in Skull King. But I hear what you're saying. I do love Skull King. Skull King is good. I will play it. Thanks, Michael. I have a letter here that says it's not piracy. It's privateering. I don't know, man. I don't know things. Okay, moving right along. Alright, moving right along. The next game I want to talk about is Chronicles of Crime 1900. 1900. Guys, we played on the stream when? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. We played on the stream on Sunday. And we just played the intro game. And it's amazing! We really, really liked it. I love the Chronicles of Crime games. I think they're getting better each and every time I play. They have improved on their story. They've improved on mechanics. This time they have added in puzzles that you get to solve. And it's kind of like a puzzle within the puzzle of a crime. Okay, so you're trying to solve this thing, and now you're trying to solve this thing. And so this was just the intro game. I'm sure there's going to be other things that are going on. But I really, really enjoyed what they've got going on. It's very engaging. We did really well too. So that made us feel really good. We got 130 out of 100. So see if you can do that on your tutorial. You gotta do the badunching. What's a pirate's favorite letter? C. The C. Dang it. That was funny. we're talking a lot about pirates. It's great, but I don't know. R. I thought it was R too. R. Why do pirates spell thick as Thicc? Tick. Tick. R. I don't know, Michael. Why? In Chronicles of Crime, what percent was crime and what percent is chronicling? Well, so here's the thing. With 1900, you actually aren't playing as cops. You are playing as reporters. So I feel like Chronicles of Crime 1900, it's more chronicling. Because you're trying to get the story. You're not trying to get somebody arrested. Even though that could come along with it, because your uncle's the copper. So, it's a good question. It's a very good question. Michael! Michael! Steph can't be a pirate. She's from New England and has no R's. I don't have a thick Boston accent like Derek does. So, I am not like that. R. Pirate Museum in New England. Okay. Alright. Cool. I would go. I think that would be fun. I think it would be fun. Okay. So, what does Michael say about Steph's accent? He says, I don't have one. Okay, it's not true. He makes fun of me with a few of the words I say. It's wicked hard. Wicked hard. No. I do say wicked on occasion. Apparently I say roof weird. Sometimes. Or room. I say room wrong sometimes. But I think that's about it. I think otherwise, it's just like, it's just normal. Where'd the O go? Rum? It's in the other room. I guess so. Moo? The rum is the rum. Now say rum like moo. No, I can't. I can't do it. She doesn't know where the rum is because she doesn't pirate it. The living room or the pala? We don't have a pala here. Whoops. Hi, Time Roller. This is another Goo Gong conversation. Hey, I'm not good at words. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not good at words. Wuss. My goodness. Paula, that's my aunt's name. Alright, so I went to Maine this weekend. I did play a few games, which were great. Okay, so I wanted to mention that I got my family to play Cross Clues, and I got my family to play Second Chance. They really, really enjoy Second Chance. So I'm glad that they enjoy that. My mom ended up buying Second Chance because she loves it so much. And we all got to color together in Second Chance. Because you color in the little polyomino shapes. You try and fill in your grid. So Second Chance is always a good time with the family. And then I brought up Cross Clues because I wanted to show them Cross Clues. I thought they would enjoy it. And sure enough, they did. So that's not one that we could play over Zoom at all. But we played 3 times, and they all enjoyed trying to figure that out. And I enjoy that game a lot, actually. I think it's a great little, like, 5-minute game. And that's definitely a keeper, so. Did I leave cross clues in Maine? No. Did you want me to leave it in Maine? I thought you liked it. I guess you didn't. That's fine. You don't have to play it. Michael doesn't like party games, so it doesn't surprise me that he's giving me a hard time about it. So, whatever. Whatever. And then today's blog, I wrote about a bunch of games that I've learned recently, or not recently, but they showed up on Board Game Arena. Hi, Shrey. Cross Clues seemed fine to play a bunch of times. Yeah, it's so fast. It's fine. It's not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So in today's blog, I wrote about Trek 12, which has been one of my most recent favorites that have shown up on Board Game Arena. It's in alpha mode, so if you are an alpha status member of Board Game Arena, you can play it. And it's a new roll and write from Bruno Cathala. It's really great. It's so good. I really love it. I could see this being up there, one of my favorite games of the year. I just need a copy of it. Then I could play it in person, get the feel for it, what it's actually like in the box. There's a bunch of different maps. You're rolling dice. You're trying to place these links of numbers in this map. I've already played it a whole bunch of times, and I just love it. I love it. So very excited to have tried this. The box cover is horrible. So don't judge a box by its cover, because it's not a good box cover, in my opinion. But yeah, I really, 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 really like this. So if you get the chance, check it out. Play it. Another one we got to learn was 15 Days, which is a card game, Thunder Griff Games. They always have like beautiful art on their pictures, on their games. It's always like really, really nice. So it's just a light card game where you're drafting cards from the display or the top of the decks, and they are color coded on the back, so you know what color you're gonna get, but you don't know the number you're gonna get. Or you can play into your tableau. You'll have 4 sets of cards that you're trying to get ascending and descending numbers in a lineup to try and gain control over the woodland critter tokens to gain you bonuses and stuff. It's fairly light. It didn't really grab me at all. I mean, I would play it again, but I think it's probably a forgettable card game. There wasn't anything like, wow, that game is so good. There's nothing that was pulling me to play it again. I think even Shrey asked me if I wanted to play it again. I'm like, not really. Like, I think we could spend our time playing other games that we enjoy more. Trek 12 box cover, just not great. Now, 15 Days is absolutely gorgeous. Not even the animal friends. The animal friends are cute, and they do different things, but, yeah, 15 Days is the game that I learned on Board Game Arena. And there's a link for it. It was worth trying, and I would play it again, but it's just not that great. I mean, it's fine. I'd just rather play a bunch of other games, I think. So, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. And if you're in alpha mode, you can check it out. Or just wait till it comes on beta on Board Game Arena. So, yeah. And then a couple other games. Splendor came out in beta, so everybody's playing it now, or it might even just be out fully. I don't even remember, but it's great. I was really excited to play it again. It's been, I don't know, 1,000 years since I played it last, and it was really good to play it again. And yeah, I'm glad it's available out there. Most people have played Splendor at this point, but if you haven't, this is a great opportunity to go learn it. And again, Scott Vizio is super awesome because he's like, oh, I have some extra Steam keys. Here you go. So I can play Splendor with the app, with the expansion and stuff. He had some extra ones from the Humble Bumble deals. And so that was really cool. Thanks, Scott, for that. It is fully out for all the peoples. All the peoples. Yeah, and so I wrote about some Splendor. And finally, Cloud City is in alpha mode on Board Game Arena as well. And Cloud City is really cool because it's like, it's abstract, but it has like a 3D element because some of the buildings are taller than others, and you're trying to make these walkways between the same height buildings. And so BGA has now introduced a 3D modeling type platform for their game so that they could feature Cloud City. So it's like a new thing that they've introduced, and it's really pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see how you can play and do that, and just kind of rotate the board and see how everything's placed and where you might place things. Yeah, Cloud City ultimately wasn't really a keeper for me. However, I'm happy to play it more, and I'm happy that it's available now to play on Board Game Arena. So I think it's a pretty cool game, and it's not one that I'm gonna play all the time, but here and there, it's a cool game. Shrey says the BGA 3D system works surprisingly well. I was also worried about that going into it for the first time. Like, it's not going to be great at all because you need to be in 3D, and they just don't really have that. But they did a really great job. So, yeah. Humble Dumble Bumble. Don't make fun of me, Michael. Alright, again, reminder, go check out Chai Tea for Two to get the awesome dice trays. Now there's like a ton of available options, so I'm really excited about that. What else? Oh, use your channel points to get the versus challenges and the monthly challenges. Alright, so that brings me to the next portion of today's. It's the share and tell. It's my sharing and share and show and tell time, everybody. The games that I've got this week that I will now be playing in the near future. We could start a hype train to try for a spider. We don't want to try for a spider. Anything but a spider. No spider. No. Thanks, Derek. Only 13 people on the stream. Is that what it is? Well, thanks everybody for being here. Derek wants to. Okay, so the first game I want to show off is, well, since we already showed it off on Wednesday, let's start with that one. We totally did an unboxing video for Mining Colony. Hi, Dr. Sign. Mining Colony. It's a polyomino type game. It looks really cool. So we'll be playing that really soon. I don't know much about it, but we did do an unboxing video at the end of the stream on Wednesday. Because we're like, oh, we got a new game. Let's see what it is. Okay, let's open it. Let's just unbox it and punch it and do everything. Doc must feed a small friend. Every time. He's just show up to feed the kitty. It's his job. It's his job. Alright, next up is Biblios, Quill and Parchment. Now, it looks very different to other Biblios games. However, this looks like a roll and write game. I'm very excited to check this out. I don't know much about it, but lots of dice and lots of things that are going to get marked off with your dry erase pen. I am very excited to check this out. So this says, where is it? Where is it? It says 1 to 4 players, 40 minutes. Same thing with Mining Colony. 1 to 4 players, 40 minutes. We have here Nanga Parbat. Parbat? Nanga Parbat. This says for 2 players in 30 minutes. Oh, okay, so it's a 2-player game. It looks really cute. It has a lot of cute little meeples in it. I don't know much about it. It's this year's release. It's a new release. You like Biblios? Interested in that? So there's multiple Biblios games. I've played, I think, all of them. So, well, not this one yet, but I played like Biblios, the card game, and I played Biblios, the other one. There's like another one. So yeah, that will be good. I think that will be good. Okay, and now we have the Butterfly Garden. I like butterflies. This says 2 to 5 players in 30 minutes. Capture butterflies with your net, deliver to a butterfly garden, or place them in your jar. Don't place them in your jar, they're gonna die. Help save endangered butterflies. So that's the Butterfly Garden. Those are all Dr. Finn games, so I'm excited to play those. We played the Little Flower Shop, and we both really enjoyed that. Michael and I both really enjoyed that. So these are a whole bunch of new titles that are coming out this year or are just out. And yeah, so I think all their releases got delayed due to COVID problems like everybody. So I'm excited to check those out for sure. Poke holes in the cover first. Oh, okay. And then we got this Fast and Furious Highway Heist. Now, what's cool about this is it's a cooperative strategy game. So we will be cooperating to pull off a heist. I'm excited to check this one out. I don't think I've seen Fast and the Furious ever. Wait, Anonymous tipped $25? What? Thank you, Anonymous. I don't think I have any notifications for tipped. I just saw it pop up. I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever tipped me before, so I don't think I have it set up for that. So I really appreciate that. That's amazing. Thank you. I will definitely be adding that to Every Bit Helps at the bottom there once this is over. That's amazing. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you. 3 game scenarios. I feel like 3 isn't like a lot, but maybe it is. Maybe it's not so bad. I don't think I've seen Fast and the Furious. Any of them. Like, I know that there's like a million of them. A 20-year franchise. Yeah, exactly. Semi-heist, tank assault, chopper takedown. So that will be really fun. Michael and I really enjoy cooperative games, especially from Prospero Hall. We've had a lot of good experiences with their games, so yeah, I'm excited to check that out for sure. And we'll be playing that on the stream. I'm confident. They have real character names, but the images are heavily stylized versions. Oh, okay. I don't know the characters, so. The Key! Murder at Oakdale Club. Michael's like, play this without me. But I'm like, play with me. It's like a 10-minute game. It says 1 to 4 players in 20 minutes. I can also just play it as a solo game, so I might end up doing that this weekend when I have time. So I'm excited. I think this is an interesting game that they have, the interesting system that they have here. There is one feature that we don't particularly like so much, but other than that, the gameplay is really interesting, and yeah, this is the medium level difficulty. We were playing easy before, so we will see. It's a deduction game to try and solve the case, so it's really cool. Dutch Yoda raiding with a party of 2. Thank you for the raid. Hope you guys are doing well. From the designer of The Crew. Oh, is the other one as well? Are all of the Key games the same designer as The Crew? I mean, the card, it's really interesting. You know what? Maybe I can save this for when Dan is here, and I'll play with Dan. Legends got that and says it's good. That's awesome. I'm glad. I played the Lucky Llama Land and enjoyed it. For sure. Hello, Dutch Yoda. Welcome. Hopefully you guys were having fun. What were you playing? Hard pass. Michael didn't like it. I understand. You don't need to play it. It's fine. You played Manara solo with expansion. Excellent. That game is so hard. Especially with expansion. It makes it even harder. I haven't won it very frequently. I think I definitely lose that game a lot more than I win it. Especially on a boat. Yeah, Michael and I played Manara on a boat. And so the boat was like, it's like a big cruise ship, so you can't really feel it moving, but you can feel it moving, and you're like, oh my god, we're moving so much, and you see the things like shaking. I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna die, we're gonna lose. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Key games are all designed by Thomas Singh, and yeah, I mean, I think it's a really solid game. I mean, not as solid as The Crew, which is, of course, at another level. Steph wants to play the Key, and Michael wants to play No Thanks. That's right. Yeah, you really need to find that video of you, me, Rodney, and John playing. I agree. It's probably on my phone, or in the cloud, or somewhere. Somewhere on a hard drive. On a boat, you're better off playing Rhino Hero. It's probably about the same amount of stress and wiggling. So, yeah. Alright, I wanted to figure out... Let's see. Because the next game I'm going to talk about that I just got... Oh, you can see my mail. I got you. I don't know why it's doing that. Apparently, it's capturing a window. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But, apparently it's capturing a window. I don't even know. Sorry about that. I was looking for an email because I wanted to see when this Kickstarter was going to, Kickstarter. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Sorry. But, Prison Architect. Prison Architect. Michael knows the theme. Apparently it's an IP. I don't know much about it. I was trying to figure out when it was going to Kickstarter. Prison Architect, Cardboard Country Penitentiary. Apparently there's like a lot of hate around this theme. But I don't really know. I don't really have much comment on that. I don't see a problem with it. So it doesn't bother me. So yeah. I don't know. I forget what was. I don't know. Probably second half of May per Turksy in April. Okay, so look for it at the end of May. We'll be playing it. I'm going to do some more research on that and hopefully get that played so we can show it off on the stream during the Kickstarter. May 18th. That's like in like a day. All right. So, yeah. Capture 3. Killing it. I don't even know why I was doing that. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm excited to try all these games. There are a lot of really cool games. Norali is super nice. I hope it's good. Norali is the designer of Prison Architect and David Turksy. I don't know if it was a joint effort or if he just did the solo game. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it looks really cute. I mean, ding dong. I mean, it looks like you're actually building a prison with cards, so who could that be? Michael, go get the door. It's FedEx. We got a new game, and it's a great time because we're in the show and tell version of this game. Games! What could that be?
What could that be?
A new game show and tell. That's right. Maybe it's not a game. Maybe it's other things that Michael bought and had sent to the house. That's always the sad day when you're like, I think it's a game, and then it's like not. It's like socks. Oh, I hear Michael's face go, oh. Dr. Side makes the kitty eat.
3 new games.
3? 3 games?
I don't think you have the base game for this.
I don't.
So, you need to tell them you don't have it.
51st Date, complete master set.
That's not the complete master set.
Moloch.
Yes.
Moloch. Yeah, I don't have 51st Date. Empires of the North, Egyptian Kings.
We still have that, right?
Yes. Oh my god, I love this theme. Okay, we'll probably be playing this soon, because, yeah. And Vienna Connection. What's this?
It's a detective game.
Oh, a new detective game.
Yeah.
What's this?
What's this?
So, let's see, how long is the game? 2 to 3 hours, 1 to 5 players.
I'm not under a thing of boxes.
No. So Vienna. Maybe we can play this with the stream at some point. I don't know. See, I don't know if there's a tutorial game in this, but we'll figure it out. And if there is, we'll play it.
Yes.
So yeah, cool.
I don't have links because I'm not upstairs.
That's true. Not doing his job.
No thanks.
I got Vienna Connection 2 days ago. Still waiting on Egyptian Kings. Nice. Wait, didn't UG give everyone 51st Date 1 year? Or was that the other edition? Older. Yes. It did. That was the first edition. This is for the Master Set edition, which I don't have either at this point, I don't think. I never played the new Master Set edition, though. I only played the old one. Michael isn't super pale today.
Yeah, I went to a tanning booth.
No. Not true.
No. It's because she doesn't have the light box just blinding me in the face.
Blaring him in the face. Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, it is. True story.
True. You know what tonight is? It's fight.
Taekwondo.
It's fight night.
Fight night.
I love fight night.
Yeah. What time is it? Wow, it's been a long stream.
3:30 is not a long stream. Do you know you?
That's a lot of games we talked about.
Yeah, but it's not a long
But I think
stream.
that was literally it. And then you threw in 3 more games that we just got.
3 more games.
Vienna.
I'm shaking the laptop.
Yeah, don't do that.
I think your new laptop would be better at that because it's not on the hinge. It's like on the table.
That's true. We'll figure that out soon. Get it all updated and everything.
That's right.
That's right. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. So let's call it. I'll be right back.
What are we going to call it?
We're going to call it Steph's Hodgepodge of Gaming. 5/14/2021. All right, guys, we'll be right back.